nắng chẳng ngại ngùng, giàu hay nghèo anh không xét. Thì mẹ mầm là đủ hết, và tình yêu này không phân biệt. Không cần biết em là ai, chỉ cần biết Gigi không bao giờ bỏ lại.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to The Spot. You're locked in with Mr. Wah, talk to Lingam director. Sup, director?
Mr. Wah.
So keep this, director. I was at Liangguanfang this morning, just trying to cool out with some ice, and bam! The Jin Shanggong temple across the street was straight up popping off. We're talking gongs, drums, firecrackers, the whole shebang. The scene was wild.
Liangguanfang, you say? A rather well-regarded establishment in these parts, I understand.
The whole joint was flooded with temple-goers, copping ice like it was the last drop of water in the desert, 10-20 cups at a jump. They were all in the Green Bean smoothie tip, and the shop had this buy 10, get one free deal going. For my orange sorbet with mint chip, I had to wait like twice as long. I finally get a seat, and I'm boxed in by Taoist priests, and they're over there chopping it up about Dao Tong, the lineage of the way, while slurping down their ice. Can you dig it?
Interesting.
For real. One of them, let's call him Priest A, he drops this gem on me. He's like, this so-called Dao Tong, this lineage, it's like the monkeys in a cage with a shocker. You lock up 10 monkeys, right? And you zap them every time they touch a banana outside of mealtime. Keep swapping out the monkeys so none of the OGs are let, but the Dao Tong is locked in. No monkey dares touch the banana, and not a single one of them knows why.
Ah, the celebrated five monkeys experiment allegory. A classic epistemological critique, is it not? It speaks to the irrational ossification of tradition, the blind inheritance of cultural inertia. In religious studies, we might term this ritual amnesia or dogmatization. It illustrates precisely how form becomes divorced from function and original intent. The initial stimulus, the electric shock, was a pragmatic response to a specific problem, a matter of discipline. The subsequent behavior, not touching, morphs into an unassailable dogma, even when the shocking apparatus has long since been dismantled. This is an existential gauntlet thrown down before any institution with a long history, Taoism included.
Then Priest B, he cops back real firm, a little heated, you know what I'm saying? He's like, the universe is wild, B. Without that lineage, that Dao Tong, what are we even seeking? Maybe there are some electric cage bananas, maybe a few, maybe a lot. I'll give you that. But the problem is, we don't know which parts of our rituals are them and which ain't. We can't just scrap the whole blueprint because of that.
Priest B exhibits a fundamentally conservative, almost Burkean prudence. His argument is not one of pure logic, but of existential stability. When confronting a belief system that has evolved over millennia, a pragmatist would contend that even if the system contains superfluous or seemingly irrational elements, the risk of wholesale abandonment, of losing what we are even seeking, far outweighs the cost of their retention. This is also a classic articulation of what the French sociologist Durkheim termed the conscience collective. The primary function of the ritual is sociological, to reinforce the shared beliefs and moral attitudes which unify a society, quite apart from its supposed practical efficacy.
Then Priest C, he chimes in and his take really blew my mind. He had this real mind over matter type of flow. He said, a useful tradition is useful, period. It don't matter where it came from. These traditions are vessels, and during our rituals, we pour our collective energy, our consciousness right into them. We affirm it so it exists. We don't even need to get tangled up in that whole electric cage banana question.
Fascinating. Priest C presents a masterful synthesis of subjective idealism and the Taoist principle of the unity of mind and matter. He is sidestepping the entire Western epistemological framework of rational proof and historical tracing to cut directly to the phenomenological reality. That which we experience and imbue with meaning is what is real. He views the ritual as a form of collective spiritual technology. By performing it, the priests collectively infuse the vessel with energy and consciousness, thereby causing it to produce a tangible spiritual effect. It's the ultimate affirmation of the power of belief. A variation on the theme, if you will, credo ut fiat. I believe so that it may become.
Just when the debate was getting real juicy, some chaos broke it up. Somebody dropped $2,000 on ice and the owner was hustling out with a little cart like, sorry, excuse me.
2,000 new Taiwan dollars worth of ice? That would be at least 50 cups. Most likely the peace ice that Jin Shanggong was preparing to distribute.
No doubt. After a moment of dead air, the conversation starts back up, but this time it takes a hard left.
Priest D just blurts out, so y'all think Trump is gonna win?
From the Tao to Donald Trump, a sublime juxtaposition of the sacred and the profane. This leap not only reveals that Taoist priests are indeed mortals concerned with geopolitics, but it also serves as a powerful metaphor. Could one not argue that populist political movements are a form of secular soterium, a new Tao Dong for the modern age? The community of his supporters, their unwavering loyalty, their ritualistic repetition of dogmatic slogans. Is this not the Five Monkeys experiment playing out on a global stage? His Tao may be unconventional, highly controversial, but its collective energy, community identity, and insularity derive their power precisely from the principle Priest C articulated. We affirm it, so it exists.
So that brings me to this Lingamjiji thing you cooked up. What's the science? What's the school of thought that makes it bring folks good luck?
Lingamjiji, Mr. Wah, operates on a principle I term pragmatic syncretism. It is not bound by a single school, but rather it synthesizes the Stoics' amor fati, the love of one's fate, the Taoists' effortless action or wu-wei, and the existentialists' radical freedom to create one's own meaning. It does not promise to bend the cosmos to your will. Instead, it provides a psychological fulcrum, an anchor for you to channel your own intentionality. It is Priest C's we affirm it so it exists, but with one critical inversion. The affirmation is directed inward, not outward. It is a tool for self-actualization, not a plea to the supernatural. You see, Mr. Wah, true good luck is the gnosis, the deep knowing that you are always the architect of your own reality. Lingamjiji is simply the mirror that dares to show you your own power.
Well, that's heavy, Director. Real heavy. Mad respect.
The pleasure was entirely mine, Mr. Wah. May Lingamjiji be with you.
Yo, if you vibe with this episode, show some love, smash that like button, and put your crew on. But hey, if you didn't like it, don't just ghost us, fam. Drop a comment and keep it real. We need that feedback to level up. Catch y'all next time on Mr. Wah Talk to Lingam Director. Peace out.